Sarah back on the All the New YouTube channel, and today I am trying to step outside of my blue comfort zone box. Even though I love blue, it's my favorite color, today it is all about pink of all shades. So we're going to be using some Crafty Necessities cardstock. So a little bit of pink diamond, of course. A puffy heart is like no questions asked. Rubellite is a absolutely, and I have cut these down into sort of card sized panels already. Now we're going to add a little bit of ink as well. We got some magenta. We have the gorgeous Cherry Blossom Fresh Dye Ink family, which is my favorite pink family in the entirety of Autumn's gorgeous range. And we're also going to add a little bit of shimmer with some bronze pigment ink. We're also going to be doing some ink blending. We're going to do very tone-on-tone ink blending. So we're going to be using some gorgeous stencils. But we're also going to do a little bit of pink on white. Just because, you know, got to spice it up a little bit. Now we have some gorgeous, gorgeous stencils here. First off, we have the Cascading Elegance. We have the Luminescent Diamond Circles. Also the Vintage Motif. This is my favorite. Dancing Drops. So the Dancing Drops and the Vintage Motifs I perhaps overuse a little bit because they are so gorgeous. But we all have our favorites, right? So I am taking a step outside of my color comfort zone, but I cannot do all the things at one time. But we're also going to be adding some gorgeous textured bits and pieces, and we're going to make our own wax seals. Now you can see here I've got a bunch of these already made, some better than others. So we are going to start from scratch, and we're going to get some Cosmic Berry wax beads. I almost said embossing powder, but no, don't use embossing powders with this. That does not work. At least I don't think so. We're also going to add some shimmer gold because gold is a classic combination. It just works with every single color, doesn't it? Like every single color. Add a bit of gold, bam. Instant glamour and elegance. So we're going to be using the Soft Peony Wax Seal Stamp. We're also going to be using a silicone mat. This one is heat resistant, so there's not going to be any kind of crazy melting or anything like that. We're also going to be using the Gift Bow Box, or Gift Box Bow? Either one of those. Anyway, it is a little bit of a tongue twister, not going to lie. And we're also going to be using the A Gift for You wax seal. So we're going to light our candle and we're going to get all of these bits and pieces set up. And then we're going to melt some wax beads and we're going to actually create our beautiful wax seals. Now, I will say that there is the wax seal stuff. It's a little bit addictive. Don't think it's not because it really is. It's so much fun. Now there are a couple of things I will say will make your wax seal journey a little bit easier, and that is to have a couple of the tools that I've mentioned, like the silicone mat, and obviously you need some wax beads, and you know, pick out some of your favorite sort of patterns when it comes to the wax stamps, wax seal stamps. That's also a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? And yeah, then get making. Now, you do need a little bit of patience because it is pretty important that once you have melted, first of all, you need to melt all of your wax beads properly. So make sure that everything is melted. You don't want any lumps and bumps in there because that will impact the quality of your results. So yeah, just make sure everything is sealed. Sealed? No. Make sure everything is melted and then we're going to get sealing. So the good thing with this silicone mat is that it's got like little grids. So you can measure out just about how kind of big you think you're going to need for your wax seals. Because you're going to want a little bit of like some kind of seeping out around the edges. Just to make sure that the entire pattern is covered. Because as you might have noticed in some of the ones that I've shown you before, that they just did not quite kind of, the wax didn't cover all of it, so it just doesn't look as good. No. So for our gift box bow wax seal, we are going to add quite a lot to make sure that we definitely get it perfectly covered. So you can move it around a little bit. So you need to press it down, but gently. Don't press down too hard because you don't want to press down all the way through so that, you know, you kind of separate the outside wax from what's inside. You want it all to be like in one piece. But you also need to sort of gently move it around a little bit before you put your seal down. And I had a little bit of extra shimmer gold left here in my little scoop, so I thought rather than wasting that and like just cleaning out the scoop, I'm like, we are going to create some little wax bead pendants, not pendants, what are the satin drops? Yes, so or pearl drops. We're going to create our own little pearl drops with the leftover. Yes, waste not, want not, right? It's a good thing. So I have to melt the rest of this a little bit more before it kind of drips out. So the thing with wax though is that, yes, it takes a little bit of time to melt, but it sets really quickly. So you do have to work relatively fast. So don't be discouraged if some of your first wax seals don't turn out perfect, because it is a little bit of a learning curve. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend it's all super duper, yay, you're gonna get great results from the first go. It can be a little bit of a learning sort of curve. So just be patient with yourself and give yourself grace. You know, the more you practice, the better you're gonna get at it. Now we're gonna pop some of these gorgeous cosmic berry wax beads in our little melting scoop. I think it's called spoon, I don't know. But we are gonna check our first little seal, and oh my gosh, it came out perfect. It's so gorgeous. When it works, it's just so good. Yeah, honestly, this is just so much fun. And look at this one, so cute. Much better than some of those that I showed you before where kind of it didn't show the whole box. So yeah, I definitely need a little bit more wax for this one. Now we are going to make quite a few more of these because the end resulting card is actually going to have, especially the A Gift for You wax seal is going to be the sentiment on the card. So we're not going to add anything else. No. We're going to let the wax seal kind of take center stage and be the star of the show. Yes. Fun, right? I mean, it's like a different little take on card making as well. So because I mean traditionally like wax seal was the thing they used to kind of seal your letters, and also to kind of like say this is, you know, this is me, this is a letter from me. You would have your personal sort of seal on there. So yeah, I'm like really into like history and stuff. I find it all very fascinating. Wouldn't want to live in like past lives or like past times, because whoo, there's some barbaric times. But there are some really fun things that have kind of evolved into modern times. So now like a wax seal is almost like a little luxury, like a little everyday luxury thing, rather than like a stamp, you know, that you put on your letters to be delivered. Yeah. So we are going to, yes, go a little bit crazy here, and we're gonna do the little soft peony one as well, because it is really stunning. Now, if you want one that has a message on it, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with A Gift for You, because it will work for, you know, envelopes, it will work for presents, it will work for cards. It's really nice. But if you want something that is very kind of generic but will still work for a lot of things, just maybe not kind of holidays, the soft peony one is stunning. Really stunning. I don't think I actually showed the unpeeling of that one, but you will see it on the card at the end of the video. But yeah, look at this. Oh, gorgeous. And this cosmic berry color, chef's kiss. It's fantastic. Now, that as well looks so good. I know I'm tooting my own horn here, but I'm also kind of tooting Altenews' horn. So I have ink blended some backgrounds, and because we're not really sort of here for the ink blending part, I'm just going to show you these, you know. And what I've done is just kind of, I try to make each one a little bit different so that we're going to actually end up with 6 cards in the end. Yeah, I mean, I had a plan for 4, and then I quickly evolved into 5, and now we have 6, which completely makes sense, right? Because, you know, once you get on a roll, that is that is it. But I wanted to show you something else. So it's just kind of a little side note. So for my stencils, I do this little thing where I'm gonna show you like on the screen now. So we're gonna take all of our stuff out of the sleeve, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna chop off the little flap. But don't panic. There's a method to my madness, I promise. We're gonna throw away the cut off flap, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this over, and then we're gonna cut off the kind of top bit where like the hanging hole is, and then so essentially it's gonna be like upside down, and then we have a perfect like little storage pocket for things that we don't have storage pockets that are perfectly sized. So there's a bunch of different sizes in the Altenew shop for, you know, storage pockets of all sizes. They're really nice and sturdy, but there isn't one that is like a perfect size for stencils. So I do this until Altenew start making me a completely perfectly sized square storage pocket for my stencils. Or it's a slight rectangle, isn't it? But anyway, so I have made 5 backgrounds already, but I thought I'd just, you know, because I'm feeling generous, or maybe just a little bit quirky, I don't know. I thought I would just show you ink blending one more stencil, because this gorgeous vintage motif is just, it needs to be celebrated. So I have put down my grippy mat, and then I have put down my cardstock obviously and my stencil, and then I've taped that down with a little bit of the purple satin tape, and I've also put a little bit of acetate at the top because we're not going to do the entire panel. We're trying to do, every card is going to be a little bit different, so hopefully you will look at this or watch this video and be like, huh, okay, I kind of like it, you know. We're using very sort of similar products. It's a very kind of limited product bundle really. So there's a few stencils, there's a little bit of colored cardstock, but if you don't have colored cardstock, don't worry, you can always make your own by ink blending. And then we're going to add some pattern with some stencils on top. We are going to add a smidge of shimmer. Yes, because, you know, who doesn't like a little bit of shimmer? And then we're gonna finish each card off very kind of differently. So none of them are actually gonna end up the same. But let's have a little peel and reveal, because this is the best part of ink blending. And oh, I like it. Now there's a reason I left the top bit sort of white, because, and that will become clear later. But we're just gonna have a quick little look at these backgrounds again, and that shimmer relief paste in Enchanted Gold. On that Rubellite cardstock. Yeah, so gorgeous. Now, I did spritz a little bit of Frosty Pink Metallic Ink Shimmer Spray on 2 panels, actually, because, you know, why not? And on that one, there is a little bit of metallic gold splatter, I do believe. And here again, we've got that Frosty Pink Shimmer Ink Spray. It's got a very long name. And then I did another panel as well because I can't help myself. So you can see it started with 4 and the like kind of merged into 5, and now we have 6. So I puzzled around a little bit with some of these wax seals that I had and some of the ones that I made in this video, and you will see that in the end that it didn't actually necessarily end up like this, but we're just gonna have a quick look at what I did end up doing. So on this one here, I have used a very, very simple sentiment just for you from the Versatile Greeting Sentiments, I think. It's the number 3. So there's a bunch of them. Very good. I love word die cuts. And then I have added one of these wax seals with the gift box bow. Honestly, it's such a tongue twister. And this one again has got the same sort of die cut sentiment. It is, I'm fairly sure it's Versatile Greetings 3 sentiment die cuts, but I will link everything down below in the description box so you will find it easy peasy. This one, I use a little bit of metallic gold cardstock for shimmer and also some like gold twine. On this one, super simple, a thank you, a gift bow box, a wax seal. We're gonna stick with a wax seal. And I did do the actual thank you part a little bit ombre by adding some ink on top of that. And here is the soft peony wax seal on the card that you actually did see me ink blend in the video. There's a little bit of splatter on that one as well. And that peony one, so beautiful. Now here you can see I have used the A Gift for You wax seal as essentially my sentiment, and it just looks so beautiful. And that shimmer relief paste, I mean, I know I keep going on about it, but it is just so stunning, so stunning. And yeah, I really like how that one turned out. It's very like pop, yeah. And then here is our last card. I decided to kind of make this look a little bit like a present. So I have trimmed down some gold cardstock again to kind of make it look like wrapping string. And then I placed the wax seal on top. But yeah, so we have some different cards. Very, very pink. Not blue, a speck of blue in sight, but I really hope you've enjoyed this video. We'll take some inspiration from this, and I will see you soon again. Bye for now.
Hello there, did that video just spark your creativity? And do you want more project ideas and inspiration videos too? Well, if you do, please make sure that you subscribe to the Alternate YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you do click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.